Discover hidden treasures of mushroom. Good evening, I am Faida Gaga. You can also follow us live via our YouTube channel, TBC Online. Also, get all the latest news through our Instagram, Facebook, and X pages at TBC Online. President Samia Suluhu Hassan earlier today has received letters of credentials from 6 foreign ambassadors who have been accredited to Tanzania during an event held at the State House in Dar es Salaam. The new envoys include Marianne Young of UK, Joan Thomas Edwards of Jamaica, Nonke Kaba of Guinea, Enrique Ochoa of Mexico, Gentiana Serbu of Romania, and Madou Diallo of Mali. According to the Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs and East African Cooperation, Kosato Chumi, the ambassadors, together with the Tanzanian government, have agreed to continue to cooperate in various development areas, maintaining peace
with African countries. November last year, President of Romania visited Tanzania, whereby Tanzania and Romania reached deals in several aspects. And now, after the Romanian ambassador submitted her credentials, implementation of those deals reached a second stage. With Jamaica, we have discussed on how to share experience in improving tourism, because although Jamaican population is 3 million per year, they receive 4 million tourists. With Mexico, we'll also share experience on tourism, and they receive 20 million tourists per year. As a peaceful country, we have shared our experience with Guinea and Mali on how they can be more peaceful and overcome challenges facing their respective countries.
Chumi, Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs and East African Cooperation. Vice President Dr. Philip Mpango says the East African community can capitalize on its growing population, especially in the number of youth, to speed up its economic development. The Vice President made the remarks during the inauguration of East African Community Regional Education Conference, which commemorates the African Union Year of Education in Arusha, insisting that the ever-increasing number of the population in East African countries calls for larger investment to improve education and health sectors.
East Africa just is called the demographic dividend. However, in order to enjoy the demographic dividend, we must significantly invest in the education and health of our children. High fertility rates in our countries imply that we must set aside more resources, both financial and human, to cater for the ever-expanding needs for quality education and health.
Furthermore, the Vice President acknowledges the support of the international partners in reforming the education sector and welcomes the new European Union funding program, PEERS, which aims to support the coordination of education systems in the region.
It has initiated major reforms in the education sector to further promote access, improve quality, and infuse necessary skills to our youth. Currently, compulsory schooling in Tanzania is 7 years. We have resolved that by the year 27-28, it will be compulsory for each child to be in school for 10 years.
Dr. Mpango asserts that Tanzania is ready to work together in the East African community in achieving regional education goals. In improving the availability and provision of modern health services in the country, the Muhimbili University of Health and Allied Sciences, MUHAS, in collaboration with the International Society of Magnetic Resonance in Medicine Africa region, have organized a conference on health science using MRI technology and neuroradiology, whereby more than 200 health professionals from various countries in Africa, Europe, and America will attend. The president of Tanzania Radiology Society, Dr. Lulu Fundikira, says the conference is critical for the health experts in exchanging medical experiences amongst local and international experts on delivering health services using modern technologies.
We have seen that there is a need to enable professionals to have a good ability to make the correct use of these machines that are ready in the country to help the people to get the right treatment on time.
We will also aim at raising funds for young researchers and students that are in the MRI field so as they can attend future conferences. The International Society of Magnetic Resonance in Medicine is a non-profit scientific association whose purpose is to promote communication, research, development, and applications in the field of magnetic resonance.
The conference will feature various agendas on scientific research from international scholars on the field of radiology, and the Minister of Health, Umi Mwalimu, is expected to be the official guest of honor. In other news, Jakaya Kikwete Cardiac Institute, JKCI, expects to conduct a first aid provision training program as part of the activities during the cardiology conference that will bring together more than 40 countries and more than 1,000 participants in Zanzibar. The program is expected to be held in April next year. It's a report by Agri Kasanga, read to you by Antonia Kivaria.
In the meeting organized by Jakaya Kikwete Cardiac Institute, JKCI, bringing together leading cardiologists and health experts from inside and outside of the country, discussing the upcoming medical conference that will bring together more than 40 countries and more than 1,000 participants in Zanzibar. JKCI Executive Director Dr. Peter Kisenge says that amongst the services on the list during the conference is the first aid treatment for cardiac arrest program for the employees of all Zanzibar hotels.
Heart diseases contribute to many sudden deaths and many people lose their lives. So we have decided to call various specialists from more than 40 countries. Through this summit, we will discuss with them on how to deal with these diseases by using modern methods to treat them. This meeting will also provide education to citizens on how to serve a person who suddenly had a heart attack and all the hotel staff in Zanzibar.
Executive Director of Muhimbili National Hospital, Professor Mohamed Janobi, says that for the conference to be held in Zanzibar will promote tourism, a statement anchored by the Acting Executive Secretary of the Zanzibar Tourism Commission, Aviwa Isa Makame.
President Samia Suluhu Hassan aims that by reaching 2030, Tanzania we will be able to reach 5 million tourists who will come to visit our tourism attraction. This institution has a great contribution to reach those tourists by promoting Zanzibar through our event.
The international conference is expected to take place on April 10th, 2025, while various stakeholders in the health sectors inside and outside of the country are advised to participate in the conference to position the country better in dealing with heart diseases.
The Capital and Securities Markets Authority, CMSA, has been urged to explore more relevant means to ensure a sustained and holistic educational and awareness approach to ensure that more citizens are aware of the opportunities offered by capital markets and commodity exchanges markets, which will also boost individual income. A call has been made by the Deputy Minister of State, President's Office, Planning and Investment, Stanislaus Nyong'o, during the launch of the Halal Mutual Investment Fund organized by the Global Alpha Capital Limited Company.
For this fund today, it's very historical because there is no Islamic compliant or Sharia compliant fund. This is the first one to be launched in Tanzania, and today as a government we are happy to say to Tanzanians that now you are free to invest in this fund.
On the other hand, the chief executive officer of the company, Gerase Kamugisha, says more than 10 billion are expected to be collected by October this year through local and foreign investors, while CMSA representative Julius Exaud elaborates why the fund has been launched.
It will be 100,000 shillings, very small amount. Anybody should be able to. But once you have invested 100,000, you can add upon your holding in the fund by investing an additional 10,000 shillings.
With the presence of Sukuk bonds which are being issued in the markets, enable more collective investment scheme to invest in Sukuk bonds. And these Sukuk bonds, the fund is being to finance development projects for the country, which eventually will stimulate the development of the country in general.
In other news, most of the tomato farmers in the Kilolo district in Iringa region have shifted to potatoes cultivation following the unpredictability of the tomato prices compared to potatoes. The move is supported by the guaranteed availability of commercial potato seeds in the district through one of the projects supported by the US-based Bill Gates Foundation. Our reporter Irene Makalinga has more.
For a long time, tomato crop has been a source of income for the residents of the small town of Ilula, located in Kilolo district. But currently, the price of tomatoes is unpredictable, causing farmers to shift to another crop. Currently, 1 kilo of tomatoes is ranging from 5 to 800 shillings. The Iringa Regional Commissioner, Peter Serukamba, has visited the farm of the investor Feed for the Future at Ilula Ward, who produces corn seeds and has now started producing potato seeds to facilitate access to farmers. Osmond Orland is the director of Feed for the Future farm.
We have also lately started to produce seed potatoes. Okay. We see a very big market in seed potatoes. It's true. Yeah, and we are now working with the Township Executive Officer and the board and the villagers to prepare for that we should be a big outgrower.
The farmers are doing a lot of effort in the tomatoes, and sometimes the market is letting them down because they produce in big numbers and the prices go down. Market in Dar es Salaam is amazing. We cannot satisfy that market.
Iringa Regional Commissioner Peter Serukamba said that the government will continue to support investors and ensure that they work in a conducive environment.
The president has done a great job to ensure that Tanzania grows stable in terms of taxation, policy making, and creation of a enabling environment for investment as part of bringing development to Tanzanians.
The Feed for the Future Seed Farm has also started a farm class for the children of the primary schools adjacent to it so that they can learn and like the agriculture sector while they are still young.
Because I like farming. When I see my fellows are farming, I like so much.
Along with the cultivation of corn seeds and potatoes, the Feed for the Future Farm, which has invested more than $60 million, also produces macadamia nuts and teaches modern agriculture to farmers living in nearby villages. Irene Mwakalinga, TBC, Iringa.
Now from Iringa, let's fly to Morogoro, whereby mushrooms have been said to strengthen nutrition and increase iron supplements for children under 5 years of age and solve the challenges of various non-communicable diseases, including diabetes and blood pressures, is a report by Remy Yacinti, read to you by Antonia Kivaria.
In recent years, mushroom farming has started to spread in the country, following after the community understands its nutritional values.
Uyoga kama uyoga katika uzalishaji unatumia kati ya siku 21 mpaka
Mushroom takes 21 up to 25 days ready for consumption. Uyoga farming does not require land, so you can see this is a good example of an indoor mushroom farming. so it does not require much work. Just from a small space, we can produce 8 up to 10 kilograms per one intake. But what is the current demand for the product? In the market, the demand is high, but also the prices are favorable. Currently, the price of 1 kilogram of mushroom is 10,000 Tanzanian shilling, so it is comparatively good business. A nutritionist from AgriFarm Shai Tanzania Institution here explains the benefit of using mushroom flour for children below 5 years of age and people suffering from non-communicable diseases like diabetes and blood pressure.
For any child below 5 years of age, they can use mushroom flour that young ones can consume, but also you can mix it with raw nutrients to get even better product. Furthermore, for those who suffer from non-communicable disease like diabetes or blood pressure, mushroom have ingredients that can minimize or alleviate the problems.
Although mushroom farming is reported to be beneficial for human use and environmental conservation, what do citizens understand about the farming and its benefits?
To us, it's a new thing. We know mushroom. We have seen it in the market, but we do not know how we can maximize on it through farming.
Now, before we wind up local news, let's have a look at today's exchange rates according to the Bank of Tanzania, BOT. Do not miss TBC News every weekday to know all the latest in exchange rates. Time now for all the latest in international news. Now let's dive deep into the international news as compiled and read to you by Lulua Mohammed.
Federal Bureau of Investigation FBI is investigating allegations of the Iranian hacker trying to steal data from both U.S. presidential campaigns. Donald Trump team says sensitive documents were taken in a cyber attack which it accuses Iran of carrying out. Advisors working for President Joe Biden and Kamala Harris were also targeted. Iran has denied any involvement. In Greece, at least 2 people have died in a major wildfire on the outskirts of the capital, Athens. Hundreds of firefighters are battling the fire which broke out on Sunday. Authorities are evacuating towns and hospitals near Athens as flames destroy forests and homes, and the cause of the fire remains unknown. Reports say that the fire continues to be fueled by the extreme heat and strong winds estimated to have a speed of 70 kilometers per hour. In Algeria, firefighters have been trying to contain wildfires in an eastern region. Residents at the path of the fire to the west have been ordered to leave their homes. Fire crews have been battling multiple wildfires in that area since Friday. More than 30 people died in July last year when massive fires devastated the same area.
That was international news. Sports news up next. And in sports, Vice President of Tanzania Tennis Association, TTA, Rajab Bori, says the Under-12 East Africa Tennis Championship Showdown will help to boost the talents of Tanzanian youth tennis players internationally. Vice President Bori added that the East Africa Tennis Championship will improve skills and knowledge of Tanzanian youth tennis players for the betterment of the game in the country.
Opportunity za michezo inaanzia toka mdogo. Kwa sababu hapa tuna train watoto kuanzia.
The opportunity of the game starts from the lower level, ready to start developing the players. This is a big competition and we must congratulate ourselves and this is our goal.
Tanzania hosts Under-12 East Africa Tennis Championship competition, which kicked off yesterday and will continue up to the 17th of August as players showcase their talents at the Dar es Salaam Gymkhana Club court. In other sports news, the chase for continental glory officially gets underway this week as the Confederation of African Football, CAF, kicks off the much-anticipated CAF Interclub 2024-2025 season with the preliminary rounds of the Caf Champions League and CAF Confederation Cup. The first preliminary round first leg will take place between 16th to the 18th of August, with the return leg set to be played between 23rd to the 25th of August 2024. The second preliminary round will then follow between 13th to 15th of September for the first legs of the second round, while the return legs to confirm the draw for the group stages will be played between 20th to 22nd September 2024. Title holders Al Ahly of Egypt, Esperance Sportive de Tunis of Tunis, and Mamelodi Sundowns of South Africa are among the highest-ranked clubs exempted from the first preliminary round of the Caf Champions League, while the 12 highest-ranked clubs in the Caf Confederation Cup, including holders Zamalek SC, are also exempted from the first preliminary round. And that marks the end of the news bulletin for tonight. Don't miss our next bulletin in Kiswahili at 11 p.m. On behalf of the whole team, I am Faida Ngaga. Good night.